Top of the morning to you all, and this is your current affairs program, the TMI, coming to you live from your choice of viewers' choice station, ITV, from our Lagos Network studios. My name is Joshua Okata. It's Monday, 17th March 2025, and today on the show, our focus is on a viral video which was published by a Lagos Corps member on her criticism on Tinubu's led administration. This video is coming against the background that there has been economic hardship that Nigerians have been faced with. And of course, it has been met with various reactions and backlashes. And of course, most worrisome, as alleged, is that the official of NYSC have threatened her to be able to take down that video. What's your take on this? Well, to have this conversation with me this morning, I'm being joined by a guest right here in the studio. He is by name Mr. Saeed Ajadi. He is a politician. Good morning, and thank you so much for joining us.
Good morning. Thank you for having me.
You're
Good morning,
welcome.
Nigerians.
All right, for us to delve deeper into our conversation today, especially looking at the viral video of a Lagos Corps member, let us first of all watch a video, especially the video that we're talking about that has brought about with mixed reactions and criticism, especially from the video that she published. Let's take a look, and when we return, we'll take more discussion on that.
Thank you.
I genuinely feel so overwhelmed, and I feel like if a lot of Nigerians come out and start speaking on what we are actually going through, then maybe changes will be made in the government. Don't you guys think? And this video, I just want to say to our president, I don't know if there have been any other president that is terrible, but you are such a terrible president.
Well, before we delve deeper into the analysis of that video, first I did like to discuss a certain issue with you, which is the fact that Mr. President, whoever occupies the very lofty position as the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, is viewed as a public servant. True or false?
Correct.
All right.
Sworn oath.
Good. So
to
by
Nigeria.
virtue of that capacity, his lifestyle, every activity, economic activities that goes on at the Aso Villa is being fully funded by taxpayers' funds. True or false?
Correct.
Is the president, by every ramification, under the responsibility of the citizenry?
Yes.
When has it become a crime for a citizen to call out the government of the day as a result of the hardship the country and its citizens are going through?
Thank you very much. It's not a crime to speak your mind on the issues of Nigeria. However, for me, as a politician, a businessman, the highlights of this video, if you don't want us to talk about it yet, you're talking to me.
I want you to first of all address the issue that I asked, which is, when has it become a crime? Since you stated that
Yes.
in the affirmative, nothing is wrong about those questions I asked you.
There's nothing
So
wrong.
when has it become a crime for a citizen to call out the president or the government of the day for their irresponsibility?
If the government is irresponsible, you tell them as a citizen, it is your own responsibility as well. I have masters in managerial psychology, and you see there's something called leadership and followership. Before I could have my thesis, I had to pass through leadership and followership before I can be a managerial psychologist, MSc, MMP, correct? Now, there's nothing wrong with calling out the president, but there's something called decorum and mannerism and pattern of which you ask questions. Nigeria, we are well educated all around the world, and irrespective of whatever you think about Nigeria negatively, I'm a proud Nigerian and a patriotic Nigerian, and I believe strongly in Nigeria, and I will not sit down and disrespect my president, but I will tell my president if he's making a mistake and he's not doing the right thing with taxpayers' money. I pay my taxes. I have a company. I have several companies in Nigeria running effectively. Cost of production is very high, and it has been high not 5 years, not 10 years. As a matter of fact, this is now the time that you can plan, because right now everything is in the open domain. It's no more shrouded in secrecy. So business in Nigeria now is clear. You are having to deal with all the angles and issues of business by yourself, so you know you can budget and you can plan. Before you couldn't. I'll give you an instance. The deregulation of the petroleum industry. From get-go, they removed the subsidy. So we know where we're at. We're on our own and we pay for whatever we get. Now you see electricity. They've increased the price of electricity. It's a big problem. Sometimes we pay $500,000 a month. Sometimes we pay 400,000. Now they have increased it further. However, we know why we are paying those bills now, because we have electricity. At least where my own office is and my house, I know that is what I'm consuming. I'm having to pay.
You can only speak for yourself.
For myself. Thank you. That's why I'm saying that as a Nigerian, as a patriotic Nigerian. Before, some people collected $16 billion. We had nothing to show for it. Some people are going to mediating countries now, like Paris. Two former presidents had to go because of the Mambila issue. It is very wrong, but that's showing the past of how they manipulated Nigerians. But when we see what is going on now, I am not partisan. I am a true Nigerian, and I don't believe in any other thing but Nigeria.
All right,
and so my defense is, if you want to call out the president, have facts of the situation.
Good. Now, speaking on facts, she laid credence to a whole lot of issues, which, if you're honest with yourself, and every person watching us right now will know these are facts. First, she talked about the cost of food stuff.
Yes.
Egg, to be precise.
Yes.
A crate of egg right about now is about 6,500, going by what she stated.
I buy a crate of egg at 5,600.
Depending on where you're buying from.
I live in GRA Ikeja. Expensive area. That's what I'm telling you. I live in upscale. So if I can buy upscale at 5,600, that means she doesn't have a fact.
She might be talking based on where she bought.
That's why I want to tell you. That's why I want to tell you, you cannot judge from a media.
We are taking it based on what she said.
Thank you.
Now, she laid credence to data consumption, which of course you know that data consumption have gone high.
I don't know
with the fact that we don't get to use exactly what we are paying for. Sometimes you make subscription for a month, it finishes before 2 weeks.
Can I speak on that?
Now she talked about the fact that Lagos is no longer clean. In fact, she said it's stinky. And then she called on the president, that is a terrible president, for not reacting to the cries of Nigeria when it comes to economic hardship. So what exactly is wrong about her calling on the president, a public servant whose taxes are being used to fund his lifestyle?
Thank you very much. Firstly, she's very rude. She doesn't have decorum. And she's insulting our president. I'm not a member of APCO, but I will not sit down. And I'm over 50 years of age. I've seen people that have wasted our time far more than the president that is here. I can start to call and I can start to analyze government. I was a PDP member till 2010.
Let's not make this about politics.
Okay, that's what I'm saying. I don't want to be partisan.
Yes.
I want to show you where she flawed herself. You are saying that you are buying 3,000 data every day. I buy 2,000 data in a month. Airtel. I buy 1,500 data. I just bought yesterday on my Glow line. So whatever she's doing on her phone, that's her own issue, not mine. All the things she laid out can be questioned. I buy egg at 5,600. I don't buy egg at 6,500, wherever she's buying it from, correct? The data I'm using, I have international calls to make, I have international businesses to do. I don't do more than 2,000 naira. Call it whatever. Okay? So if you are buying 3,000 naira in a day, that is suspicious. If you're an NYC member, what are you doing on your phone?
She's running a business.
What business? We don't know. That's what I'm saying to you. We don't know what she's doing. Because she didn't say this is my business that is consuming the data. She's just saying, in quote, that she's buying 3,000 naira data a day. So if she's using it to run her business, then that's different. It's not the fault of the people that are providing the data. It's your own business that is copying your data. That's why I've analyzed it with myself. I'm using myself as an example. So I cannot castigate and talk to my president in that kind of insulting manner. Even if he's a public, let me finish.
All right.
Even if he's a public servant. The president is the president of all of us, 200 million people. And you trash the president like that because of 3,000? That is rubbish. If you want to, you are a core member. What did they teach you in 1 year of being a core member? You have your nails made. How much do you make your nails for? You have someone's hair on your head and you're complaining. What she's wearing is over 100,000 naira. So she's frivolous. So I cannot use that as an example.
No, you cannot.
Let me finish. Let me finish.
Private life.
No, she's no more. No, let me finish. She's no more a private person because we are here. I am here as a person, as your guest.
I have no right to tell you how you use your money.
Why are you not patient? There is somewhere I'm going. There's somewhere I'm going with where I'm going to. If you have a right to your person, how you spend your money, correct?
Absolutely correct.
So you should also have a right to manage what you say. Because she can be called to order for this. You are saying that the president, you are insulting the person of the president because you are buying 3,000 naira data, which we don't know what you are doing with it. That's what I've been telling you. We don't know what she's doing. If she's doing her business, that's her personality. So whatever is consuming her data, we don't know. So we cannot castigate Nigeria for that. I cannot say because of myself now, and because I'm paying, I buy 1 crate of egg twice in a week. Because I have children. My children are here in Nigeria, not abroad. I am feeling the heat the same way she's feeling the heat. But the solution to the problem is to engage government and teach them where they have wronged.
Now, my question to you is this. She has laid a claim. What is the duty of a responsive and responsible government? Is it to threaten her or engage her?
We don't know that.
But it has been alleged. That's my next question to you now. That why are we getting, messages or information as it were that she's been threatened to take down that content?
Let me ask you one question. Where did you get this video from? Where is this video? Where is it going viral? Is it not on the social media? Yes or no? You asked the question.
Social media,
Thank you. You see, I want to give you some examples of some clients. Maybe we can share that as an experience. There are some countries that the social media is being monitored and being screened. Some things you cannot say in some countries. I can start to list over 10 countries that I've been to that you cannot do what you are doing on the social media. It's not going to be, you're not even going to have access. It would have been filtered and blocked.
And that is because we run a democracy.
Even in democracies,
yes.
If you want me to mention names, I will mention our numbers. What I'm saying to you is that there has to be some form of security and decorum. If you want to call out the president, you don't use derogatory words on the president. You talk about the issues that the president is going wrong. And you say to the world, this is what you have done wrong. That is makes sense criticism. But you cannot be insulting the person of the president when what he's doing, what she's complaining about, has to do with the private sector. Is the president MTN or Glo or AIT or Airtel?
What about foodstuff?
Good. That's where I'm going. That's the last thing I want to analyze for you. LTV did research. Maybe you should go on a research too. Food prices. I do research every week on food prices because I go to the market. My wife does not go to the market. I don't care whatever you call it. I go to the market, I go to mile 12, I go to Ibadan because I'm from Ibadan. I visit OJ, I visit Bere, I visit Makpo. There's nowhere I don't go to find out what's going on with the food prices. And likewise, I call the Alarubos, the market people, the middlemen that buy from the villages. For goodness sake. Do you know how much fertilizer the government pumped into the north last year? Some people became billionaires because of the support of this present government.
Yet it's not trickling down on the
Thank you. Do you know why? That's what I want to analyze for you. There are people that go to the producers and buy bulk. What they do? They order the food. When they order it, to increase the price. Okay, so when they are busted, they discover that government is getting involved more and more now. Prices are coming down from the source. So the people that are creating the quagmire for us are middlemen that we have to check. They call me Alarobo, Alaroro. Do you know the meaning of Alaroro? Someone that prices things more than it's supposed to be. So when I go to those women, I ask you, how much is your egg? They tell me 6,005. I said, but I bought it, going by what she said, I bought it 5,600. Are you willing to sell? Say no. I move to the next person. There's no compulsion that you must buy at an expensive rate. If I am in GRA Ikeja and people are going to Ebano supermarket, I don't visit Ebano.
All right. Now, you've made so much emphasis on the authenticity of that statement, and of course, looking at it from a general view. Now, let's take your comment on the issue of the alleged threat for her to take down that video that she posted. Some persons are of the opinion that by virtue of those threats as alleged, that is a way the ruling class, as we have it today, is employing to be able to silence and of course to stifle voices, dissenting voices, who are calling on the government to be responsible to the plight of the masses. What's your take on that?
I am not part of the ruling class. I run my organization since 1998 under the military. Okay? Not under Asiwaju or the president or APC now. So I've been part of going Nigeria for over 30 years. I've not left Nigeria to go elsewhere. I've only visited those countries to see how they're doing and bring back businesses to Nigeria. So I contribute to the GDP of Nigeria because I believe solely in Nigeria, and Nigeria must develop by the grace of God. What I'm saying to you is that we cannot confirm that video. We cannot. Whatever she's saying now has to be confirmed. Who threatened her? We must know. Where did the threat come from? We must know. I don't believe in rumors.
So if the threat actually came
what
from
if there was
the
no
official of NYSC,
she's not
what
a
is
member
your
of
view as regards the person who is responsible?
She's not a member of
Nigerians are
NYSC
saying that
anymore.
To start somewhere, if a proper investigation is carried out and that person is found, a sack should be what is meted on that person. What's your take on that?
Fantastic.
Now, let me ask you a question.
See, I believe so much
24
in
hours, excuse me,
Thank
24
you.
hours after that video was made, we saw backlashes, especially with threats.
Did you see
for
it
her
yourself?
to be able to take down that comment. I read on socials. Now my
Yes
question
or
is,
no, did
the
you see it
same
yourself?
social, excuse me, the same social that we all go to get information and glean information from, are the same platforms as alleged some members of the bandit and Boko Haram come online, showcase wads of cash supposedly gotten from ransom payment, and these persons are still moving around the society, not being smoked out yet. But here is a lady who is hardworking, calling on the government to be responsible for the plight of people. In less than 24 hours, according to her statement, her details have been published, including her full names, her address, and every information about her. What is your take on that?
That means that the security people are doing the work. That's why I was telling you.
So when it comes to bandits and criminal gangs, they are not doing their work. They've gone to sleep.
Hold on. That means, you see, when you criticize, you have to be critical. You are talking about...
We're being balanced.
I'm not arguing with you. I want to speak.
All right.
Let me speak.
All right.
Balancing the situation is not an argument. It's an issue and you have to deal with the facts. Correct?
Absolutely.
Thank you. Today, I can give kudos to the military. Today. There were local governments in Nigeria that you cannot go to several months ago, several years ago. If you are having temporary memory, I will remind you. The security situation today is far better than last regime, and far, far better than Jonathan, and far, far, far better than Obasanjo. Because now we have facts of what the military they are doing in the areas of protecting us. We see every day now camps being destroyed. Were they destroyed like that before? No. We see today bandits being held accountable and bandits running away from their base. We see facts of what the military are doing at the stage of war, because we're at war. Believe it or not, it's internal war. We had Minister of Interiors before, that they were just figureheads. Look at what the Ministry of Interior is doing now. We have issues. Let's face the reality. As Nigerians, we need to support the government to succeed. If you want to criticize government with the facts that you have. I've just told you that this lady has goofed because elsewhere their prices different. It doesn't make them less expensive. The reality is that there are markets that you can go. If you want, I can tell them. I don't go on social media because I don't believe in rumors. You have to see facts. Give me facts, I will keep my mouth shut. But if you are saying that this and this and this are happening and it's not happening, we have to be sincere with ourselves.
Now let me
finish the statement.
All right.
You talked about security. I've just told you now. The bandits are running away. We have seen the secret that even foreign governments are involved.
They're on social media. The ones who are displaying cash on social media.
They have been displaying cash.
Yes.
It could be a video of the past. That's why the social media is.
It was recent. It was very recent.
When you want to follow social media, okay, and videos, look at the dates. Some dates are always showing. If the dates are showing, then I can believe you.
This is less than 6 months ago I'm talking about.
That's what I'm saying to you. If it's 6 months ago, then you should also give Nigeria some credence.
How?
By knowing that 6 months after, which is today, things have changed. That's what I'm telling you. I'm talking about today. I'm not talking about 6 months ago. That's why you have to be careful, ITV. You cannot give me 6 months story today. I won't take that from you. That means that you yourself, you're not patriotic. I'm telling you about the stage today. You're telling me 6 months video. I beg your pardon.
Now,
Nigeria is of 200 million people.
Now, let me get
Do not bring Nigeria down.
Let me get your reaction
The
on
president will leave the stage. Nigeria will remain. Barack will stay. So
let me get your reaction on this. While we're talking about the video, we have had voices, top voices from different political divides that have waded into the issue. One of which
issue of
on this issue pertaining to this young girl.
Thank you.
Now, one of the voices I'm going to mention to you is the former Vice President Atiku Abubakar from the PDP. Now, we've also had voices also from other political parties in the person of Peter Gregory Obi. In a statement he said, which I'm going to ask for your reaction on this.
Fantastic.
He has said that the issue concerning Uche Rita highlights a troubling trend in our nation where voices of reason and truth are met with intimidation rather than dialogue and engagement. What's your take on that? Especially looking at it from the image of the ruling political class, and of course, consider the fact that this might just be a bad PR for the ruling class.
I am not a member of PDP anymore. And that's why Atiku Abubakar made me leave PDP, for your information. So what you are talking...
He made you leave PDP?
Yes.
How do you mean?
You're not going to finish this interview if you want to talk about Atiku Abubakar. Because as long as I'm alive, Atiku will never become a president.
You're
in this
leaving
country.
the party is at your prerogative.
No, that's
not
the
him.
Hold on.
Anyway, that's not our
Exactly.
conversation.
You don't want me to talk now.
React to the issue.
You are talking about the person of Atiku Abubakar. I would not listen to whatever Atiku Abubakar said, because Atiku Abubakar is #1 person that brought us to the situation we are in Nigeria today. I worked with the federal government. I resigned my appointment to be a politician. So it is very painful for me any day Atiku Abubakar is mentioned. And Obasanjo, I was 32 years of age when I started politics. I left my business, I left everything. My secretary was crying when I resigned my appointment in federal government. How, guy, why are you doing this? I said, look, I am a young man now. It's better for me to go and fight to get back here as a senator to change the narrative of Nigeria. So I'm not afraid. Hold on, let me finish. I'm not a coward. I have been tested. Guns and cutlass inside PDP. Okay? In against Adenubu's son. Okay? So what we are saying now is that you are talking about Atiku Abubakar. They collected $16 billion.
We're pressed for time. So what is your
That's
take?
Why I said
What
you
is
can't
your
finish.
Take? What is your take on
I'm not going
statement?
to listen to Atiku Abubakar or listen to Peter Obi. All they're interested in is that they're interested in their person. What did Peter Obi do in Anambra State for 8
as
years?
we coast
Let's
home,
not forget all these things.
as we coast home on this conversation,
Tell me.
what is your take as regards future occurrences, especially looking at it from ministries and agencies of government when it comes to
Fantastic.
managing information?
Now you're talking. Whoever is responsible for a task, I should be held to account. That's my take. Whoever is responsible, you are a minister, you have been given a portfolio. I keep saying it. I was on TVC. I said it. You have to give them 6 months target, maximum 1 year. If I become a president and I give you ministerial appointment, it's not perpetual. This is my task to you. I want to see results in six months. If you are not able to meet my benchmark, I'm going to retire you.
Right.
Period.
Thank you.
Nigeria is more important than any other person. That's my own take.
Thank you so
Thank
much,
you
Mr. Ajadi, for coming on the show. We really appreciate it.
I really appreciate you too. And thank you, Nigeria.
All right, that's our offering for you this morning.